Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Deanin It Yourself. You guys ever have one of these old style faucets? Or if you have a damaged faucet in your bathroom and you want to replace it with a new style, maybe something similar to this? Stay tuned to this video. I'll show you how easy it is and you can do it in less than 10 minutes. Alright, before we begin, there's a couple things you need to know first about these style of faucets before you buy a new one. If you notice here, this is a plate. There's actually 3 holes that are going through the vanity. One here, and one here that go through the countertop here. So when you purchase a new style faucet, if it has a single hole, you need to make sure you get one with a plate that can accommodate this. Now to take these things off, they're only held in place by either caulking around here or just pressure. So what we're going to do, all we need to do really is follow the steps to disconnect the pipes from the main water supply and loosen the clips that are holding this to the countertop. And once you've done that, you can remove this and start the installation of your new faucet. So let's go ahead and start with disconnecting the water. All right guys, the first thing we want to do is locate the hot and cold water valves underneath our sink. They should look something like this. So what we're going to do is turn them until they're closed so that there's no more water flowing to the faucet. The next thing we want to do is check if we have an overflow. You can tell by looking here, if you see something connected to your drain, you know that you have an overflow. This is just held in place by a clip, a spring retention clip. You can just slide it off. And that's it. Now the faucet is not connected to the sink at all. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen the hot and the cold water valves and disconnect them. You can loosen these by using an adjustable wrench. You may get some leftover water coming from the pipe, but if you want, you can just use a paper towel or a bowl of some kind to catch any water that may be falling from the old hoses. All right, we finished with the cold water line. Let's jump over to the hot water line. All right, now that the lines are disconnected, we can move ahead to disconnecting the faucet from the basin by disconnecting the clips. Once you're underneath the sink, you can look at the clips. There's one here and there's one here. They're only held in place by screws, as you can see here and here. In some cases, you may have a lock nut that's locked around the stem here, and you can use a screwdriver or a pair of pliers to remove it. In this case, it's held in by screws. We just remove the screws. All right guys, once you've disconnected the water lines and the clips that are holding the faucet on, there's nothing else holding it. We should just be able to pull it out and remove our old faucet. All right, and now we can set this aside. The next thing we want to do is clean up any excess caulking that was on here originally, just to get it ready for the new faucet. All right, now that we have our faucet removed, we're going to use our new cover plate. This is what I was talking about, to cover these 3 holes. It's going to sit here and our new faucet is going to slide through the hole here. Now, the faucet, if you can see here, is threaded. When this part goes through the hole here, you're going to tighten it to the bottom of the basin using a lock nut here and a washer. So the washer is going to slide over here like this, and our lock nut is going to go like this, and we're going to tighten it from underneath. When it gets snug, there's some screws here that we use to tighten, to give it that last bit of tightness to pull the faucet really tight to the basin so that you prevent any leaks. All right, let's go ahead and push it through, and then I'll show you what it looks like from underneath. All right, now that our faucet is in, next thing we're going to do is go underneath and tighten up our lock nut and our gasket. Okay, now we have our gasket. We can slide it up around the threaded end, and we can put our lock nut on. And you should be able to just hand tighten this for the most part until it gets snug, and then you're going to use your drill. Sometimes these things can be tricky to start, but once you get it started, it's going to go, you'll know when it's on properly. It will spin freely like this. There you go. Guys, one important thing to notice too, once you get this thing tight, hand tight, you need to go up on the top and adjust the faucet to make sure that it's centered and in the location that you want it. The last thing you want to do is tighten these screws down and realize that your faucet is not straight and you have to loosen it and then align the faucet. So I'm going to tighten it as tight as I can with my hand. And then I'm going to go and adjust the faucet. All right, now that your faucet is adjusted and it's exactly where you want it, you can go ahead and tighten the screws to lock it in place. And just like that, you are complete. The only thing left to do now is connect the water lines. Now let's connect our water lines. On the left side, we're going to connect our hot, and on the right side, we're going to connect our cold. These come with a rubber gasket on the inside here, so you don't need to use Teflon tape. In some cases, you may need to if it's just a regular copper coupling. All right, so let's go ahead, connect up our pipes, and we'll finish up this job. When you're tightening these, guys, you don't have to tighten it super tight. Once it's snug, you just give it another quarter turn and it should be tight enough. And now let's just repeat the step on the cold water line. Okay, we got our two water lines connected, and now we just need to turn on the water, check for any leaks, and we can test our faucet. All right, guys, welcome back. Hope you guys found that helpful. We've got a nice little addition, upgrade to your bathroom. If you guys ever want to tackle this project, it's not too difficult. As you can see here, we got a new faucet installed in your bathroom. So if you guys ever want to install a new faucet in your bathroom, go ahead, follow these steps, and it should be just as simple and easy. You should be able to get it done in 10 minutes or less. All right, thanks again for watching, guys. And if you like the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button. And until the next time, I'll see you guys again.